Hello, hello, hello. I'm late, guys. I was having some technical difficulties. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today on this beautiful Wednesday. I appreciate you so very much. Already. Hello, Miss Dolores. Hello there. How are you? Hey, Lolita. Hello, Teresa. Let's see. Evangelist, how you doing, love? Hey. All right, guys, let's get this party started. So this is an international case. I don't know if you guys have heard about this case or not. Hey Tay. I don't know if you guys have heard about this case or not, but it's kind of bizarre and it's kind of strange. So I've been waiting to cover it with you guys over here on the YouTube side. Now, listen, I will be on the Beagle side of things. We will be continuing this whole Diddy debacle. Okay, there she go. Oh yeah, I was late. Listen, it's been a morning. Okay. Hey Donisha, hello there. How are you? Um, yeah, I don't know. I lose track of time. Y'all know time don't live in my life. I don't know the time, the date, or nothing. I just be going with it, okay? Hey Aries. Hello there. How are you? Alrighty, don't forget, guys, we are in our last few days of our $100 raffle. Okay. All you have to do is get into the Spaces by Wix app and make a post, create some engagement, be a conversation starter, and you will be able to get entered into this month's raffle. Hey Danny, how are you? You will be able to get into this month's raffle, and I will be spinning the wheel at the beginning of June. Okay. The beginning of June. There's no time for Sagittarius. There is no time. Is that a Sagittarius thing? Hey, OG. Is that something that Sagittarius do? Like we don't really know time. Is that a Sag thing? Like we really just be floating. Is that the horse in us that we just gallop around the world, not really knowing what's going on, but we are definitely here. We're here. We're alert. We're aware. We see what's going on, but we're just galloping through. Okay, we're just galloping through. Listen, all my Sagittarius are saying, yeah, that is. So yeah, it's normal. It's normal. Like I really don't be knowing what's going on, y'all. I'm just here. But just know I didn't miss nothing though. I may not say what I saw. I may not say what I heard. No, I seen it. No, I heard it. I'm processing what you did. I'm processing what you said. But please don't think that I missed it though. Okay? That's what you mess up at. Okay? When it comes to a Sag, you thought we missed it. We didn't. We just trying to see what you about to do. And 9 times out of 10, we already processed what you about to do. So we already 10 steps ahead on how to respond. Okay? So how we respond, don't be surprised. That's what it is. There we go. There we go. Made sense of it. I'm not a Sag and I can't tell time either. I think that's how it go for us. All right, y'all. Let's get into this. Now, this is a crazy case of a farmer, okay? So, this farmer had went missing. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Evangelist, for the super sticker. Thank you. So, this farmer, he went missing and he was found, but it was how he was found that kind of made this a little crazy. And the key person or the prime suspect, or what people are calling this person a prime suspect, is from here in America. So Michael Gaine, he was known as Mike by his locals, and he was deeply respected as a farmer in a very rural town out there in wild Atlantic Way. Okay, now this is a whole outside of America type of thing. And the investigation has gotten a little strange and it's gotten a little crazy. Okay. He is also the eldest child to multiple siblings, and he was living with his wife. His mother had just now passed away, and he was just carrying on the family's farm. Okay. And going on with his normal life. And he has shared a devoted marriage with his wife, Janice, who is a very quiet woman. Okay. She has spoken out over the last couple of days to say that she truly misses her husband. She's truly confused about all of the things that is going on here. Um, and his disappearance had occurred early in a few weeks ago. It's a weeks about 6 weeks ago in which this had happened, and it began to shatter this very close knit community where many people knew him as this well-known farmer, and this is something that he woke up and went to sleep to: farming. Okay, if he wasn't on the farm, something wasn't right. So when he went missing, it kind of shook the area a little bit because it was so unlike him. All right, so he went missing on March the 20th of this year, and Gaine was captured on a CCTV at the White's Centra in Kenmare at around 9:48 a.m. and he was buying some phone credit. He wore some jeans as well as he had on some form of a hooded jacket or overall and a very distinctive beanie in which he was seen wearing too. His vehicle, which was a Toyota RAV4, that was found that was parked on a farm, and inside of the vehicle was his wallet, his phone, which was untouched, and it also suggested that he never left the premises at all, meaning he never, once he went to this so-called store that he went to, once he returned to the farm, he never left the farm, is what it looked like when they found his belongings. Hey, Kawania. So he had failed to attend a livestock duty that is normally done on the farm and did not return home, which also triggered an immediate concern amongst the family and his neighbors. Okay. And as you guys know, when it comes to farming, things are done at a certain time. You can count on them to be feeding the cows at a certain time. You can count on them to be out there, doing certain things with the animals at a certain time, cleaning certain areas at a certain time, because it's more so a ritualistic type of thing. Okay, it's very routine. Okay, they don't break the routine because the animals don't break the routine. If you break the animals' routine, the farm is thrown off. So it's easy for them to be able to acknowledge that something isn't normal because the schedule does not change. Okay, from day to day, it doesn't. So when it came to the initial police response, the police had initiated a missing persons investigation the very next day. And they also did a search operation, which included helicopters, K9 units, drones, as well as the Irish Defense Force, okay, because this happened out there in Ireland. Now, there was still no trace of Mike to be found. So, despite the extensive search, including of the farm, as well as the surrounding areas of the farm, they failed to locate evidence, and as well as the case remained to be a missing persons case. Okay. That's what they thought from the very beginning. This is just a missing persons, either he walked away or something like that, because of it was outside of his character, but also there was nothing to make them believe that there was a crime that had happened here initially. Okay. So, um, the police had initially explored the theory that he possibly may have taken his own life. That's what they thought early on, as he was grieving the death of his mother. And his mother was literally like the foundation of the farming and the family and things of that nature. Okay. So many people would have thought, okay, maybe he couldn't take that his mother had just passed away and he felt like he couldn't go on in farming without her. Could have possibly. But even those that was close to him thought, no, there's no way. He loved farming too much. This was his life. This is what he loved to do. Even on his sad days, he would turn to farming. So no, that doesn't make sense. Hey, reality check. So when it came to the community, they say that hundreds of locals did volunteer and search for him. And as well as there were some emotional appeals through the media from his wife, his siblings, to basically tell him to come home, or even to get people to come forward if they know where he is, or possibly have seen something that they want them to say something. Now, there was a makeshift weapon camp, hatchets, crossbows, that also was discovered on April the 3rd. They did find a hatchet. So the timeline goes something like this. He was last seen alive at the Centra in Kenmare. Okay, and his car was found with his belongings. On March the 21st, officially he was reported missing, and on late March, the defense force was then deployed, but there was no evidence found. On April the 3rd, that is where the weapons in the makeshift camp was located. On April the 29th, the case was then reclassified as a homicide. Why? This is where the plot got a little thick. Okay? The reason why the plot got a little thick is because there were people that were closely connected to the farm. Okay? They were known to do work on the farm. And they are spreading around a slurry on the farm. And I had to research what a slurry is, okay? For those that don't know. A slurry is like how farmers take and they, put all their maybe compost or their mixtures and things of that nature into some form of slurry. Now, this slurry can be some form of tank, it can be some form of cement, hole, it could be somewhere where they can collect this said slurry of mixture. So the workers who are family members are spreading the slurry. And as they're digging into the slurry, it is alleged that they found some form of body part. So when they checked the DNA that was in the body part, it was Michael. It was Michael. It was neighbors and friends that were known to work there. Now, the police have now sealed off the farm. The state pathologists have begun to do their work and for forensics and discovering the body parts and stuff like that. Now, there was a man that has been arrested. Would you guys want to? This man is from America. He has a military background and he's known to work and be in close connections with Michael. Okay. There's also some things out there that's saying that this man has sought asylum at some point, and he was over there working with Michael over there. Now, the media did not put him out there and say that he was someone that was a prime suspect, and he still has not been arrested. But he put himself out there and says, listen, yes, I know Michael. Yes, I'm from America. Yes, I work on the farm, but I was framed. I didn't do this. He is now walking around freely right now. He was released within 24 hours. Now, the investigators have dug through some manure as well as pitchforks and with pitchforks and glove hands and diggers, searching for more body parts of the farmer. There was also a chainsaw that was found. That was also sent to the forensic testing. Now, on May the 16th, the slurry spreader had jammed during some routine work, and that's how they found the body part. Mike's nephew and a local worker had attempted to clear it and discovered the human tissue in the body part as well. So there was immediate calls that were made to the authorities, and they began to then, go through the tank and then search it for more to see what else they can collect. So the chainsaw is believed to have been used to, you know, do this to the farmer. But they're waiting for DNA tests to come back. So the initial searches, okay? Now the biggest question in this investigation is, if you guys did a great search, why didn't you check the slurry? So the initial search, they did say that they had cleared the slurry tank. But the fact that the remains were not there all along is what they're believing. They're believing that his body could have possibly been put there after the search because they're saying that the slurry was definitely checked. And this has been a key piece of the timeline on, okay, if he was missing, right? Could he still have been alive when we were searching for him? Or could he have been already deceased and they waited to after we left the farm to then dismember him and then put him in the slurry? That is the biggest question right now in this case. I heard it was checked. Yes, it was checked. So we have to think, was it, if they say they checked the slurry, we would only think that, okay, that means he had to be put there after then, if they checked it correctly. But if we're thinking about a slurry, guys, a slurry has so many mixtures of stuff in it. It's a lot of different things that's in the slurry. Now, unless they turned it on or attempted to clean it in the proper way, they really wouldn't have been able to see if it was body parts there by just looking. You see what I'm saying? To search a slurry, you gotta put your hands in there, dig through it and really get into there to see what's below or in between. But by just looking in the slurry, you're not gonna be able to see what's fully mixed in it. You get me? So it's all about how did they search this initially? That's what it's truly all about. Was it a look-in search or a fill-in search? All right. So now you also have if they have pigs because he could have fed him. I haven't seen any mentions of pigs, but I see where you're going with this because I did think about that too. Farm story is animal poop and water based. Yes. Yes. So it could be so many different things. It could be poop in there. It could be a bunch of mixture of stuff, farm, water, slop, all of that. So just looking in there is not going to be able to tell them what's in it by just looking, y'all. Yes, a story can be liquid. Liquid of so what I had read is so it could be mixtures of stuff that is then turned into, a liquid, y'all. A liquid type of base of mixture. That's what I just when I right before I went live, okay? And they said that they can put it into some form of a bin, some form of, mixing machine. I saw it where it could be like a cement type of thing, some type of hole, and they throw it in there, but it's then liquid, and then they are able to kind of like mix it up a little bit more and all of that good stuff. Am I explaining this right, all my farmers? That's how they said that it is. So I don't see them being able to just look in there and see that it's a body part in there. Unless how the workers went through when they seen that it was a jam in it, because of course, this is supposed to be liquid. So why is it getting jammed? So they have to go dig into it to stop it from the jam, which is how they found the body part. That's what it's giving me. Alrighty. So now, when it comes to the primary crime scene, they do believe that the killing likely occurred in a slatted shed. Okay. Now, the killer may have had knowledge of this farm, i.e., this man that worked there that's from America, who was this close friend. Hey, Manzi. Now, the one man, his name is Michael Kelly. He is an American national with a military background and was arrested and released within 24 hours. Okay, so Kelly has been denied he has denied any involvement in this and claimed that he has been framed. The investigators are awaiting the final forensic reports and lab analysis before moving forward in this investigation. Okay? Now, when you look deeper into this, Michael Gaine's murder is the case which does have really missed opportunities early on, i.e., the search of the slurry. That can kind of throw off a death timeline because was he put in there before or after? Okay. Then you also have a delayed forensic involvement because, of course, they thought that he did this to himself, but also they took so long to move it from a missing persons investigation. So that kind of also threw off the delay of forensics as well due to this misclassification. And for his body to be found right under the noses of so many people that work on the farm is kind of crazy to me and bizarre. A farm is not a one man show. Let's just be honest. It's not a one man show. No, he's not, Tisha. It's not a one man show. There's a lot of hands on deck on a farm. So to be on a farm is to know the farm. To operate what's there is to know what is there on the farm to operate it. To know about the surroundings of the shed and what's in the shed and things of that nature, you must be on this farm to know these types of things. So that lets us know that this is someone that is closely connected to this farm, y'all. This is not someone that is just got access to the farm, and they did this to him there. Let's not forget his car was found on the farm. So we know for a fact that whoever did this is from the farm. The question is why, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. And I want y'all to tell me if this makes sense. Farming comes with a lot of money. Now, if it comes out that out there in Ireland, the mother, okay, she's a matriarch. With the matriarch, once they pass on comes what? Who gets what? Who owns what? Who receives what? I wouldn't be surprised if they come out and say that this was something that is done closely connected to who wants the farm, who wants to take ownership of the farm, who wants to lead the farm, who gets the financial gain of the farm, inheritance. Exactly, Miss Dolores. That's what this is given. Because his mother just passed away in 2025. So I wouldn't be surprised if something on this farm is very profitable, whether it's the farm itself or what's being produced on the farm. It's a very profitable place, y'all. Farms are very profitable. For those of you that don't know, you can make a lot of money. The wife have an affair, maybe? No, this is an older woman. No, she's not. When I seen her, this woman, y'all know I'm really big on character. And when people do interviews and things of that nature, okay? When people do interviews and they, I really, really take the time to kind of I want to get into how your emotions, how you feel, what you think, the things that you say. I get into that really heavy. And it's because sometimes that first interview lets me know a lot about you as a human being. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys, let me show you guys the wife. One second. And because some people say infidelity, when I looked at this woman, I didn't see that. So let me show you guys this. Okay. Pull this up for you guys. And you guys on the YouTube side of things, let me know what you guys think. Uh-oh.
Want him back home. Their intervention comes as Gardaí confirmed the inquiry has been reclassified as a homicide investigation.
In Kenmare and County Kerry, preparations are underway for another tourist season. But even under the blue skies, the mood locally has darkened.
It's a devastating blow for the area. I suppose our thoughts are with Mike himself, I suppose, and his wife and his two sisters and their families. With the past 6 weeks, they've gone through a torturous period, and now they have to deal with this. It's totally unimaginable.
This afternoon, Mike Gaine's wife Janice and his sister Noreen made their first public interventions since he disappeared 6 weeks ago, appealing for support for the Garda investigation.
I'd just like to say something about Michael, that he was my best friend, my husband. This whole thing has been devastating. And he loved his home, he loved his farm, he loved farming, he loved his animals, he loved rallying, he had lots of friends, he was a very popular guy, and his disappearance is totally out of character. Well, we knew that from day one.
We are absolutely heartbroken as what has happened. We are devastated. Our lives are shattered. We want answers. We love Michael. We want him back.
Investigating Gardaí also met the media in Kenmare to formally confirm that Mike Gaine's disappearance is now being treated as a homicide.
The disappearance is completely out of character and entirely at odds with Michael's pattern of behaviour established by the investigation to date.
The change in classification means Gardaí have a whole new range of investigative tools to help them resolve the mystery.
Okay. So you see, she looks broken. That woman looks very broken. So I don't see her as being a part of any of this. I think whoever did this had their own motive. I don't know if it was this American guy, because nobody knows who this American guy is. Nobody knows. All they saying is that he has a military background. He did seek asylum at some point in time. And that's it. They don't know if he has any yeah, I did. They don't know if they have any type of, if he has any type of mental health problems, if he, what was he out of the military for, if it was honorable. They don't know any of that. And he's saying that he is framed. Okay? He didn't do this. That's what he's saying. Okay? So that's this, okay? Now we are going to be keeping update, and when the forensics do come through, I'll definitely let you guys know how this comes out, okay? And how this follows through. But as of right now, it's at a standstill until we are able to discover exactly the motive, possibly, and possibly a suspect, okay? People need to be careful they got to be really careful. That's very true. Alrighty, guys. So I will be back tomorrow, all right? For just stay tuned for any updates of what I will be discussing. I think I'm going to do a Diddy update for you guys on the YouTube side of things, but I will be discussing Diddy over on Beagle side right after this show today. So if you want to tune in, you can definitely tune in on the Beagle side for any Diddy updates. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And don't forget to get into the Spaces by Wix app so that you can be a part of the conversation. Also, the Savage Royalty merch will be dropping very much soon. Evangelist, did you get your shirts yet? How did you like your shirts, Evangelist? I'll show y'all. How did you like your shirts? Did you get them yet? You probably didn't even get them yet because you're still what's the name? But when you do, let us know. Evangelist is the first person to get the new shirts that's going to be coming soon. As I told you guys, and I want to keep reminding you, June is going to be a little busy for me. They're going to be a little bit busy. It's going to be a little bit busy for me because I am planning for the Royal Empire cruise that is coming up in the month of July. So my June is very, very busy. So make sure that you do stay updated to all of my schedule, because it may shift, it may turn a little bit because of that. So I'm working on trying to get a couple days ahead this month, at the end of this month, to kind of get ahead and some days off. So I'm grinding really hard on the Bigo side so that I don't really have to focus on Bigo as much towards the end of this month, so that I can buy a little bit of time and get a little bit ahead for my July's plans and July's duties. Okay. That way I won't be, all over the place. I'm really trying, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. All right. She got me. She told us in Spaces. She did. I missed the notification. Did she say she liked them? Did she say she liked them? I missed it. Where at the world? What y'all say? What the helly? I missed it. Where did she put it at? Lord, my busy self. I normally don't miss all my notifications. What did she say? Did she make it as a post? Or did she put it as a comment? I've been waiting for her. Where did she put it? I see Memorial Day post. I don't see it. I'm going to have to look. Are you sure? Because I don't see it. I'm mad. She did. I don't see it. She made a post. Okay, I'm gonna have to go through the post then because I don't see it in my notifications. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? And thank you for watching and thank you for tuning in to True Crime with Savage RoyalT.